Hello everyone, I'm Tom, and this is a flashlight that can fly. Let's talk about that. Okay, let us see what this thick carton box is hiding inside. And that is what you would expect. The drone tucked next to the box of goodies, I think, which we will be exploring shortly. A single battery, the remote control unit, and what looks like some documentation. And I will be reading this one, just as you should too, if you decide to get one of these drones. This branded little notebook was hiding behind the manual. Why is there a notebook in this kit? I do not know, but nevertheless, thank you, Holy Stone. Another little piece of documentation was hiding behind the manual. Caution of battery. Worth the quick read, because the battery here can actually be overcharged, and it mustn't. Nor should it be charged with a charger delivering more than 2 amps. Digging into the goodie box, and the first thing that pops out is a set of propeller guards. Questionably bendy feeling. These guards click into place from the top of the propeller engine housing. And be mindful of which one goes where. They are not all symmetrical. Some go on the front and others on the back. The second goodie box baggie includes a tiny screwdriver, 2 pairs of left and right spare propellers, and yes, which one goes where is important because each side turns the opposite way, along with a tool to change them, and what looks like a USB micro SD card reader/writer. A short micro USB cable to be able to charge both the drone as well as the remote control unit, but no charger. The remote control is very light enough to almost feel like an empty shell. In the middle of it is the foldable phone holder, with a retractable arm which will keep the phone in place fairly well. The joysticks move easily and, unsurprisingly, feel cheap. There are 2 index finger buttons on the back, one on the left to change the flight speed and one on the right to snap pictures or start recording a video. There are 6 buttons on the top, 3 on the left and 3 on the right. On the left, top to bottom, are the power, trim, and headless mode buttons. On the right, the calibration, takeoff, and landing buttons. The star of the show has a pleasantly slick form factor and feels very light in hand. On the front is a single bright LED light and a small full high-definition camera which can be adjusted vertically. On the back, there are 2 red signal LEDs, a single USB-A port to plug in any device that needs a jolt of charge. Now to the flying part. The takeoff was seamless. Just hit the takeoff button once, that started the propellers and then moved the left joystick upwards, but that was where the seamless part ended and the constant correction part began. The video was recorded in the app, and the struggle to keep the drone in one place is quite visible. Even though it was not too windy that day, the drone was constantly trying to compensate the wind in order to simply hover. But it is not all bad news, because it gets even worse when the wind picks up slightly. Here in this recording, I was trying to take off with a slight side wind. The drone was unable to stay in one place on its own. The optical flow was blown right out of the window, even though it was on. And that meant I had to compensate for the wind manually. And on my second attempt, I ended up catching the drone mid-flight with my hand, because pushing right on the right joystick was no longer doing the trick, and the drone started drifting into the nearby tree. If, however, flying drones indoors is what you were born to do, then I have good news. Here, I was flying the drone in my basement, and it was actually doing a decent job of hovering with optical flow, as it was obedient and easy to control. So who is this drone for? It doesn't fly very well outdoors, it doesn't fly very high, it doesn't fly very far, it doesn't have a particularly good camera. In fact, it's pretty bad. It is though a micro drone, and it is very easy to fly when there is no wind. But it is a sub $100 drone. So to be fair, if you're in the market for a cheap drone that flies well indoors and has a camera, I don't think there are too many drones out there that can be this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please do not shy away from clicking like and subscribing. Until next time, take care. Bye.